Yeah.
There we are, on a path along the Tennessee River, with your teeth bare and your soft hair brown blonde. There we are, on a highway, with an empty gallon water jug, bag wrapped with gas, dragging our feet back to my dad's old Pontiac. There we are, blackberry deep breath, your head rests on my bare chest in a dim room. There's a soft tune that's only heard by you and me. There we are again with a gas can and a fat man with a good laugh, and a ride back to the exact moment we fell apart. We need a new car. There we are, laughing on a ceramic beast, with your hand relaxed on the brass pole, impaling him. Our eyes are locked, and in my pocket, a ring of all things. There we are, and it's raining. We are falling in love again in front of everyone. I know nothing but your name, and I know it endlessly. I know it in my sleep. I know it in the sea that roars beyond and out of me. I know it owned me. I knew you owned me. There we are.
What's up, everybody?
Matching tattoos and cigarette scars, drinking whiskey to add a key guitars. I could live laid up here in your arms. It's becoming a problem for me. We both orbit the final escape, like a songbird framed with orchestral shapes. I got a handful of years I could shave off my life for some fun in the big lonely city. I see the real you for what you are. I heard some rumors that were true, it seems. I got some demons in the trunk of my car, too big. Did someone send you to ruin me? Somebody send you to ruin me. Bought you some scratchers and banana leaf wraps, corn dogs on rollers and some Zaza red caps. I don't know if we could ever come back from this far and uncharted galaxy. Using nothing, you bound me here. I have no capacity to interfere. I don't even seem to thirst when you get near. How could it feel better to be free? I see the real you for what you are. North Star, the railroad yard, the queuing, carving poems in the dim light of an empty freight car. Somebody send you to ruin me. Someone must send you to ruin me. Well, you speak my language so easily. Code switch and shift switch so peacefully. Immerse me in your perspicuity. Someone must have sent you to ruin me. Someone sent you to ruin me. Name names. How y'all doing? I'm glad to be here with William Elliott Whitmore and Dave House. Now you shook me all night long. I don't know what the rules are tonight, but I'm glad to be here. Here's some more sad songs. I've heard a lot of people saying fuck ice, but I didn't realize how cold it was up there. Oh yeah, no, this is you guys ever try to kill yourselves?
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to tell anybody in a room. So if you tell, some people are legally obligated to lock you up. I found out that you're not supposed to tell anybody about this. It's very important. And if you tell people, you could lose your job. And then you go to a weird sort of doctoral prison. It's very interesting. Anyway, I got to go to one time. And I wrote one song while I was locked up, and this is that song. I haven't been outside for days, haven't had a chance to even sing. I was almost brave on this one. Picked a funny time to make that change. I can see the moon through the window here. I am mindful you were underneath it too. I let almost every star go dark, babe, and then I could be wrapped up in you. Every star that isn't in Orion's belt. So I've got this sorrow that I know you held. Yeah, I promise not to promise you forever, but I promise not to promise anything. We promise to remain cowards together, for as long as sticking around is cowardly. Cowards together, faithfully. It's always too cold or hot to rest. I'm always being seen. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, though. Probably needed this reprieve. They kept me in the psych ward for like 4 days, and part of the reason, I don't know if it's true or not, is that they were trying to suss out if all the crazy shit I was saying was true. Because they would ask me questions, I'd be like, yeah, I played the Grand Ole Opry with Jelly Roll. And they're like, okay, faggot, sure. I did that. Tyler Childers song going on the radio, I'm like, I played banjo with him on a stadium tour. They're like, yep. So did my dad. When I get out of here, we're headed east. When the doctors sign off on my release, I'm gonna show you the best barcade in Carborough, matching tattoos in Myrtle Beach, cowards together with a goofy grin. So we all need reminding every now and then. Yeah, I promise not to promise you forever, but I promise not to promise anything. We promise to remain cowards together, for as long as sticking around is cowardly. You joked about being my biggest fan. Got the tattoo before the single hit the music stands. Can't believe I got to kiss you like I kissed you then. Smoked you out good in my dad's piece of shit minivan. I kept the letters that I wrote you when I wasn't inside. Goddamn the brave for what they leave behind. Cowards together, I love you, whatever. Cowards together, yeah. Let's hear the song. Thank you very much. I got out of the psych ward. I called my mom, which is, they should have put me right back in. All these years, it's a fucking stupid decision. I called my mom, she asked me how I was doing, and I said, actually, I'm doing pretty good. And she said, yeah, nothing like a day in there with the nut jobs to make you feel sane, huh? And I said, no, I belonged in there. Day 3, I'm like, no, Doc, what she's trying to say is... Can translate it. They drove me 2 hours away by a sheriff to a psychiatric ward. I didn't do anything, also. Except for tell somebody I shouldn't have, that I was thinking about killing myself. Well, no, I tried to kill myself, and then I went to a hospital and told them that. It's a little more extreme than that, makes it sound. But my friend Steph came to get me from the psychiatric ward. It was a 2-hour drive one way, so Steph had to wake up and drive 2 hours thinking about how her friend who recently shaved their head and eyebrows is getting free. And they're going to be responsible for me. And I had this conversation with my mom, and I started thinking, I had this thought, and the thought was this. I thought, wow, we live in a world where so many people think they're sane because they don't miss work. It's like it. It's kind of most of it, you know? It's burdensome to me. And I was hanging out in my car, I was hanging out of Steph's car, howling like a wolf. Woo! Like you have to howl your freedom out when you're getting out of the psychiatric ward. What's up, neighborhood? Remember when I was breaking furniture in the yard? Well, I'm back! Can't stay!
Glad you're still here.
Hey, me too. Every day. So this is a song I wrote for one of my many new friends I made once I made my life full-time on the margins of society. It's called Pepsi Dropped in Pittsburgh. Pepsi dropped in Pittsburgh with some paper and a pen. I've been scribbling notes and chicken scratch to my initials of sin. I don't have any money, honey, I'm the last of my family's name, and I don't know anybody in this city, so I got no reason to feel ashamed. I've been collecting the quarters and gathering corners of busy city streets, putting them in my pocket till the food city is complete. Purposing them for play hours on the guide to the game, punching the plunger like a pins are down at the Victory Horn Arcade. Baby, give me that machine. I'm dodging your power into the drain. I'm not afraid to tilt the big makes it my time to play. I'm in a multi-ball, my madness away. Good God. I'm in a multi-ball, my madness away. Getting calluses on the edges of my thumbs, pushing my hip bones on a cabinet, making combos one by one. Chase the habit trail like lightning and lighting up arrows across the board. Don't look at me, motherfucker, look up at the screen. I'm in your highest score. I'm nudging your balls into the drain. I'm not afraid to choose if it makes it my turn to play. I'm in a multi-ball, my madness away. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29, 31, 32, 34, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 54, 55. Thank you! Well, yeah, I smoked some marijuana that I got from the store next door. And by smoke, I mean drink in a lemonade. I walked over to the store that says, it's called Canna Tea Dispensary. It's got a picture of a pot flower. And I tried to open the door and it wouldn't open. And then a guy came out and said, what can I get you, man? And I said, do you have flour? And he was like, oh, we don't have flour, man. Very funny. Tasty lemonade. Oh yeah, I was trying to tell you that I was late to the show. But I'm gonna play a couple more songs. I'm gonna get the hell out of the way. I know most of y'all are here for William Elliott Whitmore and Dave. tell you, I got here early. I got to hear both sound check. It was good. At first, I'm gonna be honest, when they were sound checking, I was sitting out here and I thought, you can't hear it. But they hadn't turned the speakers on yet. Once they got those on, I was like, damn. Yeah, a Coke machine blowing a parking lot. Call it a room with a view. There's not a pool that I ever shot. Made a lot of money too. Looking for some company. The weekly scene, seeming that it just had to be. Haven't seen you since New Orleans. Never did figure out where you run off to. Well, I'm not bad. Last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing alright. When I woke last week in Oklahoma City, hustled half of this town tonight. Got some cocaine if you want some. The best I can find. We could just sit here and talk all night. The big old guy out in your car on my line. Old times. Screw off the top of a bottle of wine. Look at all kind of American dream. Like old times. The goal was always the same as mine. Didn't want to throw your fishing line in an old main street. Now, I wasn't expecting anybody but you. I don't know who that could be at the door. But I'm pretty sure you got a clue, and I bet you've been to this hotel before. But the you know what in the bathroom, but don't flush it down just yet. Put your pager in my suitcase. I got a window, feel like a cigarette. It'll be like old times. Screw off the top of the bottle of wine. Learn out our own kind of American dreams. Like old times. The goal was always the same as mine. Didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old main street. No, sir, officer. You don't understand. We're just two old friends drinking wine. Well, I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She's also an old friend of mine. I got her high school picture right here in my wallet. Class of 1982. No, sir, officer. No offense to you. You have a good night too. It was a good thing we didn't throw this away. Turn up the radio. Pretty sure that cop knew what we were up to. Guess he just decided to let us go. Don't make such a thing about the picture. It's just some little something I kept. Don't go getting sentimental on me now. You haven't even told me what your new name is yet. Old times. Screw off the top of the bottle of wine. Live out all kind of American dreams. Like old times. Your goal was always the same as mine. Didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old main stream. So you didn't. Ba-ba-da-da-ba. Everybody, it means so much to be here. I'm real grateful to be back here. I think I played here with American Aquarium on my first tour that I got to do with them. Is anybody here at that show? Yeah. I played Lake Marine with the band, I think. It was the first time we ever done that. I think I was here. Did that happen? Yeah. Drink a lot of lemonade. I I got a new record that came out this week. It's called Notes from Inside. If you got a Bandcamp, go to it. I was living in Syracuse for a while. I was dating this girl up there. I met her at Hamilton trial. I took her to Heights for a coney or two. We had us a tug and a smile, wonderful time. But she got it in her head that she wanted to rob this little source when she was robbing from Allison over on Genesee Street. Now, I consider myself to be chaotic good in nature, but sometimes I can be persuaded to something like chaotic neutral. And in this way, I succumb to the wayward wills of a woman, much like Adam, the garden. I helped her rob this store. We got out with the money. We're driving down Genesee Street, and this Hannibal hillbilly came hurtling to the stop sign with his Confederate concrete ass, like he's trying to race one of the Elon Musk's rocket cops. And he slams into the side of our truck and knocks us into this ditch and I go unconscious. Now, I come awake to the sound of these sirens, and it sounded like police sirens, the ambulances. So the girl, she kind of crept through the ajar door and meandered off into the woods, but she left me bleeding out of my legs with the money. So this is about that. It's been months since you left, and I'm recovering, I guess, but I'm afraid that I might wreck all the time. They've been starting me off slow, once weekly for an hour or so, drifting in between slots in the parking lot in my cousin's van. But I get overwhelmed with memories, pressure on all sides. The pain inside of them is all consuming. When I press the pedal down, the idling caravan resounds, and I revisit all the ways you screwed me. I am learning to drive again, revving the loud engine, drown out the voices of my past with the fierce power of the present. I am learning to drive again. Search your name on Google in at least 3 months, and I can't remember what your body looks like naked now, even when I won. And I found Allison on the interweb. She was down and desperate for work. Sent your election on my face when I met her at the Ukrainian Catholic Church. Gave her my cut of the money, sent the rest to your last known address, and I called the police from a prepaid phone to tell them where to find you and arrest you. I am learning to drive again. Revving the loud engine, drown out the voices of my past